Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatida Vanacharya Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande Jayam Vishnupad Paramahams Parirajatar Stotra Shaka Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charnavindesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahams Parirajatar Stotra Shaka Srimad Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Antakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Ramacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande All grace assembled devotees, all grace assembled devotees, all grace, Sri Guru and Gauranga Gosha Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nastapurayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamas Loke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 90, Text 13 to 15. This chapter entitled Summary of the Lord Krishna's Glories. Okay. Krishnasya evam vivarto gati alapikshita samatha Nirma Kveshi Paravasnagha Strinam Kilahrita Dhiya Krishna Syavayam Vivato Gata Lapekshita Smataha Nirmama Kveshi Parisarganya Strinam Kila Hridaya Dhiya Krishnasya evam vivarto Gati Alepikshita Smritam Nirma Kveshi Parasvajnyaha Strinam Kala Hridayaha. Chant. Krishnasya evam vivarto Gati Alapekshita Smriti Narma Ksheve Parisagnya Srinam Kilahita Dhiya Krishnasya evam vivarto Gati Alapekshita Smritaha Narma Kshve Parisagnya Strinam Kilahita Dhiya. Okay. What word meaning? Oh, you want to chant? Yeah. Krishnasya evam vivato Gataya lapekshita smita Nirma kveshi parasvagya Okay, what word meaning? Krishnasya of Lord Krishna. Evam thus vihartaha who was sporting. Gati by the moment. Alapya conversing. Itikshta glancing. Smita and smiling. Nirma by the jokes. Kleshi playing full exchange. Parisabhyaham and embarrassed. Strinam of the wives. Kila indeed. Hita stolen. Dhriya the hearts. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. In this way, Lord Krishna would sport with queens, totally captivating their hearts with his gestures, talks, glances, and smiles, and also his jokes, playful exchanges, and embrace. Text 14. The queens would become stunned in ecstatic trance, their minds absorbed in Krishna alone. Then, thinking of their lotus-eyed Lord, they would speak as if insane. Please hear these words from me as I relate them. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained that this superficial appearance of insanity in Lord Krishna's queen, as if they had become intoxicated by datura or some other hallucinogenic drug, was fact in the manifestation of sixth progressive stage of pure love of Godhead, technically known as Prema Vichitra. Srila Rupa Goswami refers this variety of anuraga in this Ujjvala Nilamani, when as a natural byproduct of one's extreme love, one feels and distress of separation even in direct presence of beloved. This state is called Prema Vivachita. Text 15. The queen said, O Kurari bird, you are lamenting. Now it's a night, and somewhere in this world the Supreme Lord has asleep in a hidden place. But you are wide awake, O friend, unable to fall asleep. It is that like you have had your heart pierced to the core of the lotus eye Lord's magnificent, playful, smiling glances? Question mark. Purport: Sri Ravi Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained the transcendental madness unmada of the queens filled them with such ecstasy that they saw their own mood reflected in everyone and everything else. Here, they point out to the Kurari bird, whom they had taken to be a sorrowing over separation from Lord Sri Krishna, that if had Lord actually had any concern of her or themselves, he would not be sleeping comfortably at that moment. They warn the Kurari not to expect Krishna to hear our lamentation and show some mercy. In this case, Kurari might think that Krishna is sleeping with his queens. They deny this by saying that he is a Gupta Bodha. His whereabouts are unknown to them. He is out of in the world, somewhere in night, but they have no idea where to go looking for him. Ah, dear bird, they cry. Even though they even though you are a simple creature, your heart has been deeply pierced, just like just like ours. You must have had some contact then with our Krishna. What keeps you from giving up your hopelessness attachment to him? Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Andeham Sri Guru Sri Kapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in this way, Lord Krishna is enjoying his pastimes in Dwaraka with his queens. Sometimes he would sport with the queens and he would captivate their hearts by his gestures, talks, glances, smiles, and also with his jokes, playful exchanges, and embrace. So here we see that this is the highest form of love. Of course, Gopis is the highest, and Madhurya Leela. This is Madhurya Leela. You know, when one understands this, then he will get distaste from mundane sex life. Oh, to counteract one, we should have another element, right? So to get a higher taste, we should leave lower taste. First, to get a higher taste, then only we can leave lower taste. Instead of that, if we are trying to leave lower taste, it will not come easily. Some habits they don't go at all because not experiencing higher taste. And don't know where the higher taste is. One can say that we have no information, but Srimad Bhagavatam gives the information how we can achieve higher taste. That's why mundane people they are always hankering on this uh, bodily concept of life: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Um, Other than that, they don't see any higher taste. Srila Prabhupada says, in this material world, what is the highest pleasure one can experience? Any idea? Any idea that anybody experienced the highest pleasure of life? In Yeah, what is it? Love. Before that, sex life. When a man is working day and night, working hard in the morning, working day, going miles together, but he knows very well that at night I will get sex life. That's only pleasure. To counteract that, one has to read pastimes of Lord Krishna, especially Rasa Leela. Ras Leela. Why we have to read Ras Leela? Why we have to read these exchanges? Because there is some what you call this rasa, Madhurya rasa, which everyone is hankering of in the form of lust. Um, if lust is satisfied, greed comes. If lust is doesn't satisfied, anger comes. In the first place, if something I need, say suppose I just wanted to uh, buy something, I see the laptop or I see anything, that is I developed the attachment and I developed the lust. And if I get that, I want even more. That is greed. And if I didn't get, I'll get anger. This element you can apply in everything. But the problem here is that there is nothing above sex life. But to counteract sex life, one has to read the exchanges of loving pastimes of Radha and Krishna. There is one song, Radha Krishna Bale Bale. That song explains the Madhurya Leela pastimes, where Krishna having loving exchanges between Radha and Krishna. Why one has to read? Because otherwise he'll caught up in this mold lust. What is lust? Love is transformed into lust. We have a pure love towards the Supreme Lord, and when that love is not, we are not able to experience, or we think that why only Krishna is enjoying, that transformed into lust. And where we cannot fulfill that in the Goloka Vrindavan in his abode, Krishna has sent here. Okay. To go back again, we have to undo our system. You know, that's why we have to undo our system means we have to go back to the original position of our state. You know, just like a iron rod, it is like it covers with rust. You know, rust. 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 It does not attract magnet. Even though you put a magnet here, iron rod will not attract, or magnet will not attract, because the surface is covered with rust. So to remove that rust, we should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That we are scrubbing that rust. When you scrub that rust, naturally iron rod will also get attracted by magnet. Magnet also get attracted to the iron rod. So magnet here is compared to the Lord Krishna. Iron rod is compared to the living entity. You know, just like you keep the magnet here and iron piece here, little bit distance, immediately it will get captured. Correct? But if you keep something in between, doesn't attract. Similarly, the living entity when it comes from the spiritual world, you know, it develop the tendency of enjoyer, develop the tendency of independence, develop the tendency of enjoying, develop the tendency of lord it over, or control propensity. So those propensity have to be removed. Then immediately lord get we get attracted towards mercy. That the process begins with chanting the holy name, following for regulative principles, and doing devotional service, and controlling senses. So everything leads to the everything leads to the attraction of the pastime. If you understand this idea, then we can appreciate Lord Krishna's exchanges with these queens. He's exchanging their, they have exchanges nice jokes, glances, smiles, gestures. Otherwise, what will happen? This will again invoke lust in our heart. Oh, Krishna is having nice time, enjoying and having jokes with the girls, and they're sporting in the water. I wish I could also do that. You know, it's so nice. Even if I only, we can also do that. But the problem is that people will see two things: fame and money. If you have both fame and money, they will come to you. If you don't have fame and money, they don't come to you. Correct? You know, there's a thing. There's like a person who has so much fame. He's popular, even though he's very very old, 90 plus, 70 plus, 80 plus. Still, girls will come because he's so famous. If he has money, still because they want money, they want name. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna's just by seeing they got attracted. Because these queens are not ordinary queens, first thing. They have done so much pious activities, and they have been praying to the Lord that we should be your husband. Then they got this chance. Otherwise, their mind will be not absorbed in the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Their mind is not absorbed alone, thinking of lotus eyed Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that in the 14th verse that Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that superficial appearance of insanity of Lord Krishna's queen, and if they had become intoxicated, datura or some other hallucinogenic drug. We know that if somebody shots a drug, immediately he become intoxicated, and if he drinks alcohol, immediately becomes intoxicated. When a person becomes intoxicated, he doesn't not able to make judgment. He loses the judgment. Where is he? What is he doing? What is he talking? When he loses the judgment and he do whatever in in that state, gopis are in that stage, not material intoxicated material drugs. They were intoxicated with love. That's why they don't know what they are doing, what they are talking, and what they are wearing, and how they are being addressed. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur compare them ecstasy with the datura. This is a very powerful drug. I mean, you can later you can see datura. I know that this is a powerful medicine they use for curing some disease, but combination of with datura and other medicines, and also datura is sometimes like a poison, and datura here it is intoxicated or hallucinogenic drug, which is so powerful. See this, he compares Acharya so that we can understand um, the the queen's state. Otherwise, we cannot understand. So this is very powerful drug, and it is like datura is like a first one is a flower. Mm. It is in flowering plant, but when it is transformed into the different species, then it turns into a drug. It's like a moonflower. You see moon how white it is. It's like that, the tura flower. But when uh, it is highly poisoned first of all, and it is belonging to the nightshade family. This is the tura, and this name datura originate from Hindi and Sanskrit. Hmm. So then with that, and also significant in Ayurveda, as I told. So yeah, the datura flower is very highly intoxicated and highly poisoned. So when you get into that stage of life, then Krishna, that's a natural. It's a Vishwanath Chakravarti could explain this is a natural byproduct of one's extreme love, one's feel distress, separation, even in the direct presence of beloved state in the prema vichintita. So Rupa Goswami refers in Ujjvala Nilamani 15.134. So that's why Radha Krishna pastimes, Krishna with Dwaraka Queen's pastimes. Acharyas, when he explains, then lust will not come into her heart. If we just read, lust will also start. Lust will invoke in our heart. So in the text 15, one queen said, it is comparing what they are experiencing, they are seeing everywhere. Oh, you also feel separation from Krishna. You are also crying separation of Krishna. Your state, my state is also same. And why is that? Don't disturb Krishna. We may be in some other place. This is the highest experience separation of Krishna, because when you feel some emotions, sometimes we also experience. We see that sometimes this person is also experiencing the same thing. We sense that, correct? If we are emotion, if some say suppose if somebody is passed away in our home, we feel so separation, we feel. And if somebody is also crying, or if we see something sad, we also relate that mood to them, so that you know we exchange that. Otherwise, unless until you experience this mood, you cannot see in others. These queens is experiencing that mode of lamentation. That's why it is asking a Kurari bird that you are also experiencing the lamentation from separation from Krishna. And somewhere in the world, Krishna is asleep and he is hidden place. We don't know Krishna is hiding. But you are wide awake, oh my friend, unable to fall asleep. It is like us. So sometimes falling asleep, it is difficult for somebody, and sometimes it is easy. You know, I think two persons, like in general, I'm saying, people will not get a sleep when somebody is so lusty, and when somebody wants to um, steals, or somebody wants to plunder somebody's property. How I can win over him, how can I take over his money. you know the, those person will not get sleep easily. Like Dhritarashtra was not getting sleep in the night. Why? Because he's always thinking, oh, why Pandavas are coming here, why my sons has to share their property. He don't want to share. He was always greedy. Yeah, greedy will not get sleep. Greedy and lusty will not get sleep easily. That's why we should not be greedy and lusty. Just read the pastime of Krishna. Naturally, you'll get sleep. Otherwise, how greedy person, fear person, and lust person, they will not get sleep. Other than that, of course, if you have some insomnia, that is exceptional. But otherwise, you should be able to sleep. But this falling asleep is not like this, because they're unable to feel, they're unable to live in separation. It is like that. And your heart is pierced when Lord Sri Krishna sees, your heart will become pierced, O lotus eye one. That is because they are experiencing, they are sharing. Problem is that nobody is experiencing, we are not able to appreciate the mood of queens. That's why on the last class I said, no, the emotions of queens, when we understand, when we apply to relate to this our life, then only we can appreciate it. One time, to understand you this, I'll tell an example. This is one devotee sharing. I heard a devotee. He went to a family. In that family, he was preaching, and suddenly there's so much. What happened is that their child died, or parents have died. Either way, I'm not sure. Parents died, or child died, whatever, or husband died, or wife died. Something happened. Their loved ones they missed. Okay, and they're unable to come up from that. Yeah, uh, it's very very hard. They were crying. I lost my child, or I lost my husband. Yeah, she lost her husband. So unable to come up that, and she stopped practicing devotional service, stopped chanting, and she was doing that when see, you love your husband so much, or you love your kid so much, that you are not able to forget. because they were so lovingly and they have so much emotions going on between you, and you cannot live in separation with your child and your husband. See, now you are crying day after day, you are alone. But the same thing, what you are experiencing, the same thing is experiencing gopis in Vrindavan when they live separation of Krishna. See, when the devotee told that she could able to connect and she came back in normal state. How gopis were separated from Krishna, how their state. So that's why these emotions we need to connect. It is not just reading, okay, we read, okay, gopis or queens are being separated. They were exchanging their lamentation with Kulari bird. Everything nice. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. No. These emotions need to be connected in our day to day life. Then only we get first thing remembrance of Krishna. When we remembrance of Krishna comes, naturally you appreciate and you feel separation. That's why all the essence of all the shastras, essence of all the Vedic scriptures, what it says. Smartavya satata Vishnu vismartavya najata chit sarva vidhi nishedatma eka eva kinkara. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Smartavya satata Vishnu vismartavya najata chit. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. How you do in practical apply day to day life, every minute, every hour, every day. By reading, by chanting, by hearing these glories. Otherwise, it is not some kind of a exercise, or it is not some kind of a you know thing that you do. It will manifest. No, one has to make endeavor, effort. One has to uh, try to remember Krishna, you know, by discussing this pastime. In the beginning, it will be like a challenging, but when you reach to the spontaneous bhakti, raganuga bhakti, then it will become natural. That's why Srila Prabhupada, wherever he go, he could able to relate everything with Krishna. He could able to relate everything with Vrindavan. One time, Srila Prabhupada was doing something like he experienced the nice bliss of the air from window. Srila Prabhupada closed his eyes and disciple asked what happened, Prabhupada. And then he said that I feel this wind is blowing from Vrindavan. It is spontaneous. It is not artificial. It is not he's trying to make up something. It is spontaneous. But because he is, of course we may say that he's a pure devotee of the Lord. It is one explanation. But you can also become pure devotee. Who is stopping you becoming pure devotee? We have books, we have deities, we have devotional service, we have devotees. Anybody can become pure devotee. And we have blessings. Is there anybody spiritual master says that don't become pure devotee? Even spiritual master is allowing you to do. We have all the elements of bhakti. But only thing is that mind is not cooperation. So that's why we have to engage our mind by discussion, reading. Then we can experience, appreciate this pastime. Of course, you know, that has to be regularly practiced every day. And we have to do this. Okay, so this is what I have, what I shared. Any questions, comments? use other one.
Prabhu, thank you, Prabhu, for the class. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, how the emotional part, you know, how do we apply our emotions, like um, what is the definition of that, for us applying our emotions
Yeah.
to, like the gopis, they apply their emotions. Everything is with emotions. So how do we do that? How do we um, apply our emotions when it comes to thinking about Krishna? And when it comes to um, it's kind of above my head, to understand that part, as far as the emotional part of it, and how to apply that, the feelings, when you think about Krishna, you're trying to feel Krishna, you're trying to, like you said, when somebody you lose a relative, those emotions, you know, how do you apply those emotions?
Yeah. Good question. See, like same as it is simple. Like, how do you take care of your child? You have a kid. How do you take care of it? What it needs, what it is concerned, what is like needs, concerns, and interest of a child. Same thing to Krishna applies. Okay, Krishna likes this. I will do. That's the starting point. If I'm doing for my child, how I will be very careful and enough. Okay, my child asked me to get a shoes of a such and such company and size this much. So you take a time, even though you are busy, you take out your time and you go to the shop and ask, I need such and such company shoes of such and such color and such size. You bring it to your child, and after bringing, you ask, is it? Did you like it? Okay, then your child, oh, I'm very very happy. I like these shoes. Correct. Exactly what Krishna's needs are and how Krishna want us to be. Everything is there in the scriptures. He says that chanting, reading, controlling senses, and those things you do that for pleasure of Krishna. Even the just like you're shopping not for your sake, because you have a love for your child. Correct. You do same thing applying the Krishna when you are doing service for Krishna. You do in that mode. Krishna will eat. It's not that okay, my name is schedule, I will do it. Okay, that is part one. Afterwards, when you are doing something, this is for Krishna. Back of your mind, you should how I can serve nicely, how I can do the service better, how I can be better devotee. We should always work on us. When you work on that element, naturally you have emotions. If child says, I want such and such a company, I want this and this shoes, and you say that, oh, I don't have a time, will you say that? No. Or if a child says, I want such and such company, no, it is not available. Whatever I got, you wear it. Will you say like that? No. And even after, but what happened here is that because we connect ourselves, we see that child is here in front of our eyes. We don't see Lord Krishna. But Lord Krishna is saving us from when we are in our mother's womb. From that time till now, He's saving. But we don't see that. Just like a mother takes care of a child, kid, baby, mother take cares of our every needs. Like mother will not say, "Oh, child, what you need," because child couldn't able to express if he's hungry or if it is feeling some kind of a pain in the body. But mother understands. But mother understands it, and again she serves baby. She cleans the toilet. She cleans everything. But the child doesn't know. Mother knows. Correct. Similarly, we are like a child. Our Krishna is a real mother. Krishna knows what we need. Krishna is cleaning. Krishna is cleaning our consciousness every day. Krishna is taking care of our needs and concerns, everything, without even noticing us. Just like a baby, how mother is taking care without babies asking. Mother cleans the stool, everything, changes a dress. If a child passes a stool, baby passes a stool in his, mother cleans cleanly, make sure and makes everything nice. And if somebody sees a child, oh, what a wonderful child, they will pick up. If a baby is passing stool, urine, so smell bad. If anybody pick up the child, no. But mother cleans everything without hesitation. Similarly, Lord is cleansing our heart, provided we allow Him to clean. That's why it is said Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Tata Rajastamo Bhava Kamaloba Dayasyate. Eka Eta Anarvatam Shrutam Te Prasidate. Tata Rajastamo Bhava Kamaloba Dayasyate. In the Bhagavatam, in the first canto, it says, lust, greed, anger, these will all be cleansed when we read Bhagavatam, when we hear Bhagavatam. Krishna is cleaning, correct, as a mother. And Krishna is protecting how mother protects her baby. His protection, baby doesn't know how my mother is protecting. When the baby grows younger, older, then 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 the baby see that younger kid or elder kid, she sees a mother is doing everything for her baby. Then she recognize, oh, my mother also did same thing for me when I was a baby. Then that kid goes to the mother, asks, thank you so much for taking care of. Then loving reciprocation happens. Otherwise, from the beginning of the baby's birth, only mother is giving love. Child is not giving any reciprocation. Child is always crying, sleeping, drinking milk, crying, sleeping. But when the baby grows at certain age, then she understand. Oh, my mother is it. So that's why we have to grow to such a stage where we appreciate, recognize Krishna's love that He has done to us. The emotions then becomes emotions. Then we serve nicely. Whatever service we have given, we should think that this is for pleasure of Krishna. Right? Okay. We'll stop here. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.